Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're stepping into a story that's a bit different.
Definitely.
It treats time travel less like a puzzle, and more like,
Yeah.
well, the author calls it a hairline fracture in the bone of reality.
That's such a striking image, isn't it? It
Yeah.
immediately tells you this isn't about the how of time travel.
Right. It's about the what. What's fractured, our reality, our understanding.
Exactly. It hints at this underlying fragility, I think, that what we see as solid might be less so.
And the book doing this is Emily St. John Mandel's Sea of Tranquility from 2022.
A really compact, almost spectral novel.
It touches on so much: pandemics, art, guilt, even that weird feeling of being watched by the future.
Yeah, it's incredibly relevant. And our goal today, our mission for this deep dive is to unpack how it deals with the idea of pandemics without explicitly naming, say, COVID-19.
It's fascinating how she does it, using time travel or temporal displacement.
Almost like a metaphor, yeah.
Yeah.
A way to ask these really big questions about reality, about now.
Reading it, I felt like, that feeling when a train rushes past unseen, but you feel the air move?
Oh, absolutely. A sense of having just missed something huge.
Yes. Or maybe glimpsed it out of the corner of your eye.
It's down to the structure, I think, the way it's built.
So let's explore that feeling, that structure. You mentioned structure. People describe it as a Mobius strip.
That's a great description, because it twists back on itself. No clear beginning or end.
So how does that play out in the book?
Well, Mandel weaves together four main timelines. They
Yeah.
don't just run parallel. They intersect. They echo each other.
Okay, timeline one.
We start way back, 1912, Canadian wilderness. There's John St. Andrew, quite the name, an Englishman in exile.
And he sees something.
He does. He experiences this. Impossible event. A sound, a light inside a forest clearing. A glitch in reality, he calls it.
A glitch. Okay, so that's the first thread. Where next?
We jump forward, way forward. 2203, Moon Colony 2.
Sci-fi territory now.
A bit, yeah. We meet Olive Llewellyn. She's a novelist, actually famous for a pandemic book called Merry and Bad.
Meta.
Very. And as she's touring, a new virus is starting back on Earth. Unsettling echoes, right?
Definitely unsettling. Timeline 3.
Even further, 2401. Interplanetary colonies are a thing, and we follow Gaspard Jacques Robert,
His job.
time travel investigator. He works for the Time Institute, and he's sent back to investigate that anomaly, the glitch,
The one Edwin saw.
and the one Olive also experiences centuries later. He's connecting the dots.
Okay, 1912, 2203, 2401. You said 4 timelines.
Right. The fourth is, well, it's kind of the book itself, the one you're reading.
Wait, how?
It keeps making you wonder, is this story Olive's novel? Is it Gaspard's report for the Institute? Or is it Mandel just writing? It pulls you into the structure.
So the book acknowledges itself, in a way.
Subtly, yeah. It makes the whole structure feel, well, you called it Baroque earlier, which fits. But it reads so smoothly, like water.
It does. It's complex, but feels liquid. Sections dissolve, almost like dreams. How does she manage that?
It's these recurring motifs she uses, little details that bridge the centuries.
Like what?
Things like a specific sound, tinnitus, that ringing in the ears, moonlight, the echo of a violin.
Ah, so these act like anchors or maybe threads.
Exactly, like a melody played across different variations. It makes reality feel continuous, even with these huge time jumps.
It makes you think about the connections in your own life, doesn't it? The little echoes across time.
Absolutely, how seemingly random things might link up.
And her writing style? It's just as unique as the structure. Someone said it's allergic to exposition.
Huh, that's good.
Yeah.
It is. It doesn't over-explain. It's more like ambient music. It builds atmosphere through suggestion.
Can you give an example?
Sure, like a forest isn't just woods, it's a black-green soundproof room. Instantly you feel enclosed, quiet.
Wow, yeah.
Or the moon is a coin someone dropped and couldn't retrieve. Simple, but so evocative. It makes the world feel slightly off, slightly magical.
You mentioned this effect is ontological. What does that mean in practice for the reader?
It means it affects your sense of reality within the book. The descriptions make the world itself feel permeable, like language itself is thin, like the boundaries between things are blurring.
So it's not just pretty writing, it's changing how you perceive the story's world.
Precisely. It makes you question what's solid.
And that anomaly, the glitch, it's not described like some sci-fi spectacle.
No CGI grandeur, no.
Yeah.
It's quiet, almost sacred, described with the hush of someone interrupting a prayer.
And the sound, like a page being torn out of the world, That image is incredible.
It is, because it makes you feel it, right? Not just see it. It's an internal tearing, a deep disruption.
So visceral, it makes the impossible feel personal.
Yeah. Which brings us nicely to the characters living through this. Edwin, Olive, Gaspary.
Right, what are they like? Not typical heroes, you said.
Not at all. They're described as porous. Things pass through them. They absorb the strangeness.
Let's start with Edwin in 1912.
He's a fascinating guy. A bit lost. A walking anachronism, doesn't quite fit his time. Too gentle for the British Empire, maybe too refined for the wilderness.
And the anomaly hits him hard.
He's in cosmic vertigo, yeah. This sudden certainty that history isn't a straight line. It's a hinge. It can swing.
Wow. Okay, and Olive, the novelist on the moon.
She feels very much like Mandel's Reflection, maybe.
Oh.
Famous for writing a Station 11 type book.
And then finds herself living a similar scenario.
Exactly. Life imitating art, or maybe art anticipating life.
Yeah.
While a real pandemic looms back on Earth.
And Gaspary, the investigator.
His name, Gaspary Jacques Roberts, it's a palindrome. Reads the same forwards and backwards.
Suggesting loops?
Suggesting loops, yes. He seems destined to repeat, to investigate these echoes across time.
So none of them are action heroes. They're observers, feelers.
And they share this deep sense of loneliness. It's described as tectonic.
Tectonic, like an earthquake under the plot.
Kind of like a fundamental condition of their existence, spanning centuries. It's not just a mood, it's structural.
Is there a scene that really captures that?
Oh, definitely. When Olive is in quarantine on the moon, video calling her husband on Earth, Mandel writes it with such quiet desperation. You feel the distance, the screen barrier. The text says, the screen itself seems to sweat.
Oof. That hits home.
It really does.
Yeah.
That shared loneliness across time and space.
Yeah.
It feels very real, very relatable, especially after the last few years.
It connects you to them, even in these sci-fi settings.
Absolutely.
Okay, we have to talk more about the pandemics. You said COVID isn't named, but it ghosts every page. How?
It's in the details. The atmosphere. Olive's book tour slowly grinding to a halt.
Like things did in 2020.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Masks appearing in lobbies suddenly feeling like stage props. The way the sealed domes on the moon colony suddenly feel less like cool sci-fi.
And more like lockdown, that hyper-real deja vu.
Precisely. It evokes the feeling of the pandemic without needing to name it.
And Mandel seems to be saying something important about pandemics here. Not just that they happen, but what they reveal.
Yes. That they don't just interrupt history. They expose the fault lines already there.
The inequalities.
The gaps between rich and poor, who gets to escape, who has to stay and serve. It's a sharp social observation woven in.
Very sharp. And then there's that other virus, the one in 2203 that causes tinnitus.
Right, that persistent ringing.
And the metaphor for it. The ocean heard from inside a seashell that has been ground to sand.
Beautiful and disturbing, isn't it? It collapses scale, vast ocean, tiny grain of sand. It makes the internal feel immense.
And it reminds you that the body is an unreliable narrator, that internal noise changing your reality.
Yeah, it highlights how personal and disorienting these things are. It allows the novel to talk about the lasting impact, the invisible scars, in a way that feels universal, relevant anytime.
Okay, let's talk time travel itself. Mechanics aren't the focus, you said.
No, deliberately vague. We hear about quantum tunnels, biometric implants, even bureaucratic forms like request for temporal intervention.
Huh. Bureaucracy survives into 2401.
Apparently so. But it's all sketched lightly. The real core isn't the how, it's the paradox.
The paradox of changing the past.
Well, Gaspary's job is to investigate the anomaly, potentially to prevent it from disrupting things. But the Institute's prime directive is, do not alter the past.
Conflict.
Big time. So the central paradox isn't logical, like, what if I kill my grandfather? It's ethical.
Ethical how?
It boils down to this question. Is it permissible to sacrifice one life if that life will save millions who don't yet exist?
Whoa, that's heavy.
It is. And Mandel presents it not like a thought experiment, but with the quiet horror of someone choosing which stranger to push off a lifeboat.
It's personal, the weight on Gaspary.
Exactly. It's about the human cost, the individual facing an impossible choice with unimaginable consequences.
It really makes you think about choices and ripples in our own lives, even without time travel.
For sure.
Now, things get even weirder, right? There's a metafictional twist coming.
Oh, yeah. Prepare yourself. This is where your head might spin a little.
Okay, I'm ready.
About halfway through, you realize Olive Llewellyn's novel, Marienbad, the one she's touring for, it is Emily St. John Mandel's previous novel, Station 11.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Seriously. And Characters from Mandel's other books start appearing subtly in Sea of Tranquility, like antibodies recognizing a familiar antigen.
Whoa! Okay, how does that feel when you're reading it? Is it like an Easter egg hunt?
Not really fun like that. It feels uncanny, strange, a bit unsettling.
Uncanny how?
It makes you think that all fiction is a kind of time travel, sending messages forward. And it blurs the lines. Is all of Mandel, are we reading Marienbad or Sea of Tranquility?
So when Gasperi reads Marienbad Centuries in the Future,
He's reading Station 11. He's essentially reading a book by the author of the book we are holding.
that's the Mobius strip again. It turns the reader into, what, an accomplice?
An accomplice, yeah.
Yeah.
You're caught in the loop, too. It connects you right into the fabric of the story.
Mind blown.
And then there's this final, quiet suggestion, almost whispered, that maybe this whole reality, all these timelines, might just be a simulation, run by future historians studying grief.
Seriously, like The Matrix.
But presented gently, like a lullaby rather than a gotcha. It leaves you wondering, not shocked.
It just deepens the questions about what's real, what's story, makes you part of the puzzle.
Exactly. You're participating in this conversation across time just by reading.
Okay, let's land this thing, the ending.
It's our desire.
It's in 1912 with Gasperi and Edwin.
Right, the climax. Gasperi faces the choice. Let Edwin die, as history recorded, preserving the timeline.
Including Olive's book, The Investigation, his own existence.
Or warn Edwin. Break the rules. Potentially erase everything that follows.
How's that moment handled? Big, dramatic showdown.
No, it's quiet again. Just a conversation in moonlight. Sharing a cigarette. The end of the world discussed calmly.
And Gasperi chooses.
He chooses to speak. To warn Edwin. He breaks protocol, knowing it likely means his own erasure.
Is it portrayed as heroic sacrifice?
Less heroism, more. Exhausted compassion. Like someone has to make a different choice, finally. He says something like, someone has to close the door behind us.
Wow, so the timeline resets. Is it all wiped clean, meaningless?
That's the fascinating part. It resets, yes.
Yeah.
But the book suggests it's not nihilistic. It's iterative. Meaning the loop repeats, but it's changed. A loop that has learned to feel. The experience, the compassion, somehow carries over even if memories don't.
Okay, that's subtle. And the final image.
It's beautiful. Centuries later, Olive's daughter is reading Marienbad Station 11, and as she reads, the tinnitus that plagued Olive fades. Suggesting that stories are vaccines against forgetting, that art, connection can somehow soothe the echoes, heal the loops.
So no neat resolution, but a sense of continuation. Hope, even.
Exactly. Hope in connection in the stories we tell, even if everything changes. It's about continuation, not closure.
Yeah, some readers might want more answers, right? More science, less ambiguity about the time travel.
Oh, for sure. If you want hard sci-fi explanations, this isn't it. Its refusal to spell everything out can feel like evasion. Like a dream refuses to account for its physics.
But you're saying the ambiguity is the point.
I think so, yeah. It's thematic. If reality itself is presented as shifting, uncertain, why should the fiction about it be solid and fixed? The ambiguity mirrors the theme.
Makes sense. And despite that, or maybe because of it, this book has really made waves since 2022.
It really has. You see it cited in academic papers about post-pandemic stories. Book clubs picked it up everywhere as the novel that finally explains 2020.
Really? Explains 2020.
In the sense of capturing the feeling, the disorientation, the revealed fault lines. And people connect with the tinnitus aspect too, finding community in that idea of a shared frequency.
And that phrase about time.
Oh yeah. That's given people a new way to think about time. Not as a line, but as a bruise that keeps reappearing in the same spot. That really resonates.
So embracing the ambiguity is key. Like life, really.
Exactly. Finding value in the questions, not just the answers.
So, wrapping up this deep dive, Sea of Tranquility isn't about fixing the past.
No, it's about witnessing it. Holding that tear in reality up to the light. Showing us what grief looks like when it is shared across centuries.
It doesn't offer neat closure.
It offers continuation. That widening loop, big enough eventually to hold all our lonely simultaneities. And somewhere in that loop, someone's always making a choice. To speak. To connect.
Close the book and you find yourself listening.
For that sound, that faint ringing. Is it tinnitus? Or the echo of that page being torn?
The novel ends, the echo doesn't.
Listen closely. The page is still tearing.
And the tear is shaped like tomorrow. Wow. A reminder that our choices, our stories, keep rippling out.
It invites you to feel that echo, ponder those choices, the story continues.
So we invite you, keep listening for those echoes in your own life. Think about the choices shaping our shared future. Thanks for diving deep with us.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next time.